All right, so you don't actually want to be in the snow when you're trying to get snow pictures. Be slightly out of the snow so that as you're focusing, you don't have other snowflakes falling on your snow. Thank you very much for tuning in today. I'm going to show you how to get sharp snowflake pictures. Just stick with me, and in a few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to get this done. All right, so if you haven't subscribed, please do well to subscribe. It would help the channel, and let's get going. So what I'm going to use today is a macro lens. This is a very old DX macro lens. This is Tokina 100 f2.8. You can find it used on eBay for somewhere around $200. It's very cheap now, but it's a really good lens. It's even a good portrait lens, so you can consider that if you're on a budget. And then a tube, an extension tube. These can be really cheap on Amazon, less than $30. You could get an extension tube, and you can stack many of them to make it even longer. The longer you make it, the further it pushes the lens away from the sensor, and the closer it throws images, so you can photograph more tiny things. All right, so now that we've covered the gear, so this extension tube, this lens goes on here, and then this other side goes on the camera. And I'm going to show you a quick clip of that. And so that is my setup. So one thing you need to remember is that you need to shoot at a slightly faster shutter speed. If you can shoot at 1/200, it's great. If you are not on a tripod, you probably want to shoot faster than that, and just risk the shake and the blur, because the snowflakes take a few seconds and they melt away. So consider that. Now, if you want the snowflakes to stand, you need like a fluffy thing, like a towel or a sweater. Just put it outside or put it in your freezer for like an hour. Make sure it's really cold before you take it outside. That way the snowflakes get a few more seconds before they melt. So, and point number 3, well, don't try to do this in Texas. Apparently the snowflakes in Texas last only 2 seconds. I spent like an hour to get these pictures, because you have to have your focus ready so that once you cut the snowflake, you brought the towel down, you snap right away. So, and if possible, use a remote shutter. I just used the touchscreen shutter on the Z6, so it was just a mere touch, and it didn't really shake much, so I used that instead of the remote shutter. So that is it. Now let's go out to the field and actually do it. Let's do it, man. Stick around. I'm going to show you all the pictures that I took. You're gonna need something fluffy. You can use a sweater, or I'm just using this a mitt, however you call it, for your oven. But this one is used to clean cars, but it's fluffy. Once it's fluffy, it's good enough for the job. Okay, so once you got your mitt on, you got your mitt ready, you make sure you put it outside for a little bit. Put it outside for like an hour. Let it cool down, because if it's not cold enough, once you put the snowflakes on it, it's gonna start melting. So keep that in mind. So now that we have a mitt, put it on a surface. If you told, this is what's going to happen. You're going to get some snow. Don't worry about the beautiful single flake, and then pre-focusing. So this is what I do. All right, so you don't actually want to be in the snow when you're trying to get snow pictures. Be slightly out of the snow so that as you're focusing, you don't have other snowflakes falling on your snow. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get some fresh snow. I'm going to put it here quickly, and I'm going to pre-focus. Let me take this shot. Alright, so maybe let me make some video. So your first few shots, you're just pre-focusing. So you just start turning the focus ever so slightly, right? And it melts quickly, so you can actually see it melting. So Once you pre-focus that, you have a little bit of an idea exactly where it should be for you to get a good shot. So you're gonna get it off, make sure it's nice and clean like that, okay? And then you go get some fresh snow. Fresh snow,